ETH, we start with the monthly chart. Just I want to give a quick update. Based on monthly, still we can look for continuation. The only thing is with the breakout of 2.4, we're looking for 2.9 following by 3.4. Okay. We don't have anything else to discuss. That's why we move to lower time frame. And if we move to weekly chart, okay. Even based on weekly chart, similar explanation, but we should know that the breakout of this zone, as we mentioned, is really important for us. And if we refer to the indicators, one of the indicators, if we, first we refer to the MACD, we are not looking for the divergence, but the second indicator showing us a divergence, which is not important for us. Actually, for ETH, we don't have much update. The only thing is still we are within this correction. Okay, now the question is, what's the next? How deep this one can go? Because we mentioned with the breakout of this low, we can at least expect the price drop to any of this level. Okay, no, the only question is whether this is the start of the up move or we can look for the next drop. Technically, whenever we look at the chart, we see internal flat. Technically, we can expect for the next drop. The possibility for the next drop is very high. But as we know, whenever the Bitcoin and the overall market start, the rest will follow mostly, right? Not all the time. That's why the possibility for the price to continue from here without the next drop is very high. Okay, but we should know that technically when I look at the chart, we see the internal flat. Okay, now what's the next and how we can look for buy? As you know, there is both option, either the price continue from here or the next drop. That means we should trade within the correction. Then from there, if there is a breakout, we look for the next direction. Okay. Anyway, if we refer to indicators, if the price continue from here, for sure we will see, or mostly we can look for the divergence. That's why we need to be quite careful. That's why if we get the next drop, it can give us better confirmation for continuation with the expectation to see the breakout of the 2.9 or even the price tag all-time high. Okay. Now we have to wait, but if you want to look for buy, we can look for trade within the correction based on lower time frame, either buy or sell. Okay, now the question is what's the next? How we can look for trade? Whether we should look for buy or not, or sell. Okay. And one thing, if you want to look for sell, the best option is to put the warrant tree above here. We look for the next drop. And even if you want to look for buy, we have to put the warrant tree above the top to look for continuation. Okay, because we don't see a really good trade setup. Even if you want to look for this one as a correction to look for buy, either we put our entry above here or here. But what I want to see is that if we put our entry above here, that means if we want to look for buy from here, at least our stop loss should be below this. If we want to look for trade within this correction, in terms of the risk and reward, this is what we can expect. Then from there, we want to see whether the price can break the top or not. And this is what we risk. Okay, but if we put our entry above here with expectation for the next drop, the stop loss should be somewhere below above here. And this is what we can look for, and this is what we risk. Okay, at least it can be one by one. It's better than to look for buy. Now the traders, they should make a decision whether they want to look for buy or sell. At this point, as I mentioned, I don't see really good trade setup. And the best things is if this one to confirm for the next drop before we look for buy, this is the safest and the better trade setup and better confirmation. But we don't need to wait for that option. If anyone get the trade for buy from here, they can look for buy. Either they can look for trade, either buy or sell. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, if anyone wants to look for sell, put the entry below here, and buy should be above this top. Okay. And even if the price continue from here, we need to look at the chart for the divergence. Anyway, I don't see any trade setup either for buy and mostly for the buy, really good trade setup. I don't see it. And we need to be quite careful about this possibility, internal correction. Okay. Anyway, I don't suggest, any trade either for buy or sell. For me, I prefer to wait. And if I move to lower time frame, if I move to 1 hour chart, similar explanation. And even if the price continue from here, we need to be quite careful. We should be quite careful. We should be aware of this one. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't mean we cannot look for buy or sell. It depends on the strategy the traders they're looking for. Okay. But as we know, we try to look for the best and the most safest with the lower risk and reward. With the lower risk, we look for this kind of the trade. Okay, and if I move to lower time frame, similar explanation, look for sell having entry above here, buy either here or here, any of this. The best things is at this point is to put our entry above this stuff. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. But if we move to again daily chart with a breakout of this correction on 2.4, at least you can look for top 2.9. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.